Next on Access AC Live, we have the Almost Angels, horseback riding on the beach, and celebrating Sword Swallowing Day. All that plus the Atlantic City Entertainment Guide on Access AC Live. Welcome to Access AC Live. I'm your host, Whitney Ullman, and this is the weekly show where we bring you all of the hip and exciting things to see and do in Atlantic City. We start tonight's show with the Almost Angels, an all-female vocal group that seduces audiences weekly at Ego Lounge inside the Trump Taj Mahal. We got a chance to find out more about this sensuous show. Let's check out the interview.
Security, please prepare for irrational impulses.
We're broadcasting from the Chelsea Hotel in Atlantic City, inside of the Rockstar Suite, which is located on the penthouse level. If you ever come to Atlantic City, make sure to come to the Chelsea and check out all of their penthouse suites. I'm so excited because on today's show, we have Gina C. She's a choreographer and dancer for the Almost Angels at the Trump Taj Mahal's Ego Lounge. They have an amazing show. Welcome to the show, Gina.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome. I'm so excited about this because I've seen you guys perform and you guys have this big routine and you're the choreographer. You're behind all of it. How does it feel to be a choreographer of such a special group?
I think it feels great. It's really rewarding because I have the best dancers. I'm really proud of them, and we get together, and it's kind of magical once it comes together on stage. So,
how do you find the dancers?
We audition in New York City mainly, and we usually have about 100 girls that come out, and they have to sing a cappella, and they have to dance, and go through all those paces. So it's a long process, but we find the good ones.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you have an amazing cast of people there. Now, how many shows do you perform per night?
Per night, we have 3 shows.
Okay.
3 50-minute shows.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're all different.
Oh, they're all different?
They're all different. Each show is entirely different, all different music, all different moves, everything.
Now, if someone came to the show a few months ago, can they see the same routine again, or do you switch that up every once in a while?
They can see the same routine, but we do interchange songs from time again, so you might see 1 or 2 songs that you didn't see the last time, like 3 months later. So
that's pretty neat.
Spices it up.
3 50-minute sets. What goes into your day to prepare for that?
For the day, we usually get in, we have an hour-and-a-half call. We come in, we do our makeup and our hair so we can look fabulous. Of course. And then we do our vocal warm-ups, and we stretch, and then we get dressed and ready for show.
Now we're going to talk to some of the other amazingly talented singers and dancers of the Almost Angels. I'm so excited because now we're talking with Zaria. She is a singer and a dancer with the Almost Angels that perform at the Ego Lounge at the Trump Taj Mahal. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us about being part of the Angels. What does it mean to you?
Well, what I love about the show is that we get to sing live. That was the biggest thing for me when I first auditioned. And it's just really great. You're up front. And everybody is right there, and you never know what you're going to see out in the audience from day to day, and it's awesome. It's like a family, second home, so I enjoy it.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen somebody do to get your attention?
I don't even know if I could say that out loud.
Okay, no
we
problem.
See some crazy things.
Crazy stuff. That's really cool. And how does it feel to be in Atlantic City performing at the Trump Taj Mahal?
It's awesome. It's funny because before this, I've never been to Atlantic City.
Oh, wow.
So to me, I didn't even know what Atlantic City was. I've never even heard of it. So it was pretty amazing. And I've never been to Las Vegas, so this is Las Vegas to me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, yeah, we're definitely better. So how did you know when you first had a singing voice that you wanted to do this?
Oh, geez. Well, I thought I could sing by the time I was probably 4, which I probably wasn't that great then. Okay. But I started taking lessons when I was 8, and from then on it was just, that's what I wanted to do. Wow. So this job has been perfect for me.
That's great. Well, we look forward to seeing you on stage here at the Ego Lounge at the Trump Taj Mahal for the Almost Angels. Zaria, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. So excited because now I'm here with Kristen. She's another dancer and singer with the Almost Angels, and they perform at the Ego Lounge at the Trump Taj Mahal here in Atlantic City. Welcome to the show, Kristen.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. So tell us about your take on being part of the Almost Angels.
For me, it's kind of different because I've always been a dancer primarily, and this is the first time I'm involved in something where I'm actually singing, and it's completely pulled me out of my shell. I have to sing live, which is nerve-wracking. At first, my lips were quivering. I was like crying, but now it just feels like home. And the space is great because it's a full production show. You know, we have musicians and everything, but it's in such an intimate setting.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for someone like me who is a little bit nervous. But it's also perfect for our seasoned singers because it's full production quality. So
it really is. I mean, I've seen this show, and the coolest thing about it, I think, is your uniforms. Now, you guys dance with heels on. How hard is that to do, or is it easy?
It's definitely a transition. When we have a rehearsal process, we're all in boots and sneakers. Some of us are barefoot, and then we put on our heels, and we feel kind of like Bambi walking on ice for a few numbers. But you get the gist and the hang of it pretty quickly.
That's pretty cool. And what have you noticed as far as the response from the attendees that come to visit you guys?
We definitely have our fans. We have a great fan base, and there are people that are there every single weekend, which is crazy because, you know, it's always different. It's a live show. There's always something exciting and new, but I mean, sometimes I'm like, guys, but we love it. We love our fans, and we're really involved in Facebook, and it's pretty interactive. We take photos with them and things.
Okay.
So I think we have a great fan base.
Yeah, that's great. And like you mentioned, you have a Facebook, a Twitter,
a Twitter,
an
and now an Instagram.
And that's all. What's the name of that?
All Almost Angels.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it is. It is Almost Angels for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Well, thank you so much, Kristen, for coming on the show. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you on stage. So, Gina, tell us about the other members that you dance with every day.
Okay, we have two sexy guys in our group. One is Dan Jost. He plays guitar and he sings as well. And the other is Ron Seegers. He's on percussion and he raps.
Wow, that's cool. I've seen
We have a little bit of everything. And we also have Belly. She raps and dances in the show. She's like the Nicki Minaj. And we have Elizabeth. She just joined our group. And she's a fierce dancer, and I can't wait for you guys to hear her sing. She's amazing R&B soul. And there's also Katya, who is from Slovenia. So she's real European and exotic. She's a sick dancer. And that makes, you know, all of us.
So there's 6 total, 6 dancers, singers, and then the 2 musicians.
Exactly.
So it's like 8 total.
Group.
That's great. And just one more thing. If someone wants to be a part of this group or wanted to just aspire to be like you, what advice would you give them?
Well, I would say that practice is everything.
Yeah.
I think it's really important to follow your craft and get better and pursue things. So if you want to be a singer, take singing lessons, you know, try to sing along to any artist on the radio.
Right.
And a dancer, same thing. Watch music videos, take dance classes. Even some gyms have really good classes that you could take, you know, to like help you.
Even a Zumba class.
Even
is
Zumba,
helpful.
it really does. It has all Latin moves in it. It's great.
That's cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, Gina. We really appreciate it.
Awesome.
And there you have it, everybody. We just talked to Gina C. She is the choreographer. She's a dancer and a singer as well for the Almost Angels. They perform at the Ego Lounge inside of the Trump Taj Mahal. For more information on them, please check out accessaclive.com. Don't go anywhere. We'll tell you the best way to see Atlantic City and reconnect with nature. Please stay with us.
Who is the Lady in Red? She's red, hot, spicy, and powerful with her words. She's a lady in red who writes. For the hottest articles on fashion, food, celebrities, red hot topics, and more, stay tuned while she exposes her blog secrets with behind-the-scenes snapshots and sound bites so you know what really goes on behind closed doors. Read The Red, theladyinredblog.com.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. you could lose everything. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
We live in a dangerous, uncertain world. Let Greenlee Security Services keep your business safe and secure. Greenlee Security Services has a history of proven success as a total provider in risk management. Our customer service is unparalleled, with 24-hour access, in-house investigators, and security professionals that receive world-class training. Greenlee Security Services develops specialized, cost-effective responses to address the overall security needs of any size business. Visit greenleesecurity.com.
This segment is sponsored by Greenlee Security, a total provider of risk management. We're broadcasting here at the Chelsea Hotel in Atlantic City, right inside the Rockstar Suite. If you ever come to Atlantic City, make sure to check out the Chelsea Hotel. On today's show, I'm so excited. I am sitting next to model, actress, producer, entrepreneur, equestrian, Pearl Running Deer. She's right here from Atlantic City. She does horseback riding on the beach as well as so many other things, and we're going to talk to her about what her plans are for the future of Atlantic City. Thank you for coming on the show, Pearl.
Well, thank you for having me. This is a wonderful hotel.
Yeah, oh, isn't it beautiful?
Oh, I love this suite.
Yes, and we're from here, and it's like, this is here in our town.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's so cool. So tell us about this horseback riding on the beach.
Well, the city was nice enough to give me the job of having the horses on the beach. They knew that I have my riding skills I had all my life. You know, riding. I was the first Native American ever to make the Devon Horse Show, a lot of the major shows, and of course teaching lots of producer, directors, some people, and some people even in the United Nations, how to ride and get some ready for movies or acting roles or just want to ride professionally.
I mean, that's so amazing. On the beach here, I mean, we see people walking on the boardwalk, there's stores, there's entertainment, there's nightlife, there's restaurants, but there's horseback riding on the beach. How did you start that in the city?
Well, I've been bothering them for over 5 years about it. Because I remember as a child in the 70s, they were there. Yeah. I remember that, and I'm just, you know, love my animals and everything, and especially horses. So they gave me the job, and I've been happy with it ever since. I've had many people come down like, wow, this is wonderful. Yeah. It's incredible. We can actually ride on our beaches. And we do have the best beaches on the East Coast, I might have to say.
Yeah, we do. And now, can people bring their own horses, or you provide the horses?
No, I provide the horses and everything, because for safety, the city knows how I am about safety.
Okay, great.
And they walk on the beach. They can take as much time as they want. I have from pier to pier by Peanut Whirls right off of Martin Luther King Boulevard in Peanut Whirl.
Okay.
And they can go from pier to pier, and they can take pictures. We have people get engaged down there, and you know, and pick up shells. And they ask me how long. I said, well, it's up to you. It's pier to pier. I try not to give any, you know, specific time or anything.
Exactly.
And then it's only $25.
Oh, wow.
You know, a ride per person, or $5 for the children.
Oh,
you know,
that's
for the
nice.
pony rides.
That's really nice. Now, where can people find out more information about that?
I have a website called Writers, that's begin with a W, like you're writing a book. Writers Alliance RD, and we write on there when it's going to be up, when we're there and everything. Unfortunately, it ends the end of this month, so I've been asking the city, please extend me, please extend me, because the weather, we lost so much with Sandy.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, that probably devastated your business.
It did. And February devastated, because as you know, it's been a really bad month. So
But right now, I mean, it's picking up, and you still have to the end of the month, and then we'll go from there. And then another great thing you're working on is a movie studio here in Atlantic City. How cool is that? Tell us about that.
Yes, I'm so happy to have that. I've been asked by so many people, I have to keep it quiet again, the directors, because they'll be coming down, and then I can actually open up who they are.
Okay.
Directors and producers are like, we really want to have a movie studio in Atlantic City. I mean, a lot of people want to shoot down here.
I agree.
And the idea of having it right smack in the middle. So I discussed it with the mayor and the people that own the property, and they were gung-ho.
Wow.
And so I contact my PR of Indino, you know, Imani, and she says, okay, I'll help you work on it. And already we have the building.
Wow.
The weather's been hampering getting it fixed. I
know.
We got the outside almost done, and then here comes the snow, as you know.
course.
So right now we're working on some things that the mayor is very gung-ho about it.
Yes.
The owner of the building is like, he's ecstatic.
Okay.
Because he's like, these celebrities, and I have celebrities already writing to the mayor
Wow.
that they want to come.
Wow.
And one producer is writing, and one director wrote, they were already writing to the mayor, we're coming.
Wow.
And they're out in California.
Wow.
So they're,
I mean,
overjoyed.
Atlantic City is a place to be. There's so much history here.
Yes.
And as you know, in this building that we're talking of has a lot of history.
Yes.
And I mean, and you have a lot of roots here in Atlantic City. So it's nice to see that someone from the area is actually doing something with it and making the area bigger and better. And you're one of those people.
Right. I'm glad to bring, because they know I'm back and forth to New York, back and forth, because of the Fashion Week.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And then I go up to New York and teach certain people, certain directors,
Yeah,
kids
okay.
or family, and then I come back here and it's back and forth. And now I've been flying to California a couple times.
Oh, wow.
So, and a lot is happening, which you don't know.
Okay, tell us what we don't know.
Yeah, there are some directors that are shooting.
Oh, wow.
Over here on the East Coast, they're no longer shooting out in California.
Wow.
And so a lot of them would do a stopover at my studio. So I'm kind of
That's
excited
great.
about
Oh, it's going to definitely be a destination. I'm sure we'll see many more celebrities here and some big names coming to
Yes.
town because of that. And is the same website, the Writers Alliance?
Well, I have my fans website.
Okay.
It's Fans of Pro Running Deer.
Thank you. Okay.
And that's on the Facebook, as you know.
Okay.
Okay, just like the Writers Alliance is on Facebook.
Yeah.
And people check in on me, to see what's going on. And now I said, well, I'm going to be on Whitney's thing. So they were like, oh my goodness, everybody knows Whitney,
Yeah.
with her studio and everything else. So people check in with that to
That's
see
great.
what else is going on.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, Pearl.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And there you have it, everybody. We just heard from Pearl Running Deer. She's a model, actress, producer, equestrian, entrepreneur. She's everything. You can find out more about Pearl and all of the initiatives coming to Atlantic City right here on your screen. Next on Access AC Live, Ripley's Believe It or Not celebrates Sword Swallowing Day in Atlantic City with an actual sword swallower. That plus much more after the break.
Seven 7,000 high school students drop out every school day. Let's catch them before it's too late. To start helping students in your community, visit boostup.org.
That's low. That's low. Look, he's blushing. Seriously. Crack down on
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back. You're watching Access AC Live, the program that shows you all of the non-gaming things to do in Atlantic City. Our next guest was in town celebrating Sword Swallowing Day by downing a coat hanger, a screwdriver, and, oh yes, swords. Consider this your warning. This story may be too much for some of our viewers to handle, and we really don't want to lose you as viewers, so don't get any ideas and try this at home. So now that we've made our lawyers happy, let's check out the story. Thank you for coming here today. Tell us how excited you are to perform in front of all these people here in Atlantic City.
Oh, I love performing in front of an audience. This is what I live for anymore. Anytime I can bring a smile to someone's face, and you've already got one. I haven't even done anything yet.
That's cool. Well, are you going to show us a little demonstration?
Sure, let me give you a quick demonstration. This is one of my smallest swords that I use. Also gets pretty wide pretty quick, so it isn't as easy as it looks.
Okay.
Then again, none of this is.
Wow, that was amazing. How was that?
Feels pretty good, actually.
Like, oh no. That's cool. So when did you know you were able to do this? I mean, how old were you and what made you say, I want to swallow a sword?
About 2 years ago, I finally found someone who would give me lessons. I'd wanted to do it for almost 10 years. I saw a person perform it, and I just watched the crowd's reaction. That is priceless. I bet all of you watching right now have the same reaction I had 10 years ago. Just don't try and do what I do.
I was going to say, do you know people who are very interested in doing this line of work, and what advice can you give to them to get started?
Well, the best advice I can give is to know what you're doing. If you're going to do this, do it safely. Find someone who will help you learn. Get all the information you can. Don't think, I can go into my kitchen, find a butter knife, and become a sword swallower. Doesn't work that way.
What kind of practice do you have to do? Do you have to start with a hanger or some other type of object first?
Well, this is a nice example of something simple to start with, but this is one of my most recent swords, actually. I started with a higher difficulty. Something a little more like this is what I started with.
Look at the length of that. How high is that? What's the length?
This one is about 23 inches that I can actually swallow about 19 or 20 of it, leaving just a little bit of room in case I need to pull the blade out still.
Now, are you friends with a lot of sword swallowers?
I try and know as many as I can. There are only a few dozen of us in the world, so it's not that hard to get familiarized with everybody.
Who were some of your inspirations?
Well, my biggest inspiration, he was here about 3 years ago, Red Stewart. Famous sword swallower. He taught me. He's taught about 30 other sword swallowers. That's probably about close to half of us out there that are performing, if you think about it. Only a few dozen in the world. He taught 30 of us.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, do you have any type of diet that you have to adhere to right before you're about to perform?
Not really. A little ice cream helps after a show to help the throat, but other than that, it's whatever I want. Anything's normal for me, just a usual diet. And trying not to choke.
Yes, definitely. And you're right from this area. You're from Pennsylvania. Do you want to tell us where you're from?
I'm from Oxford, Pennsylvania. It's a little town right in the southeast corner.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, David.
You're welcome. Hope you enjoyed the show today.
Next up, we'll tell you all of the things you can do in Atlantic City this weekend. Please stay with us.
We live in a dangerous, uncertain world. Let Greenlee Security Services keep your business safe and secure. Greenlee Security Services has a history of proven success as a total provider in risk management. Our customer service is unparalleled with 24-hour access, in-house investigators, and security professionals that receive world-class training. Greenlee Security Services develops specialized, cost-effective responses to address the overall security needs of any size business. Visit greenleesecurity.com.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Who is the lady in red? She's red, hot, spicy, and powerful with her words. She's a lady in red who writes. For the hottest articles on fashion, food, celebrities, red hot topics, and more, stay tuned while she exposes her blog secrets with behind-the-scenes snapshots and sound bites, so you know what really goes on behind closed doors. Read The Red, theladyinredblog.com.
Now it's time for the Atlantic City Entertainment Guide. It has some of the hip things you can do in Atlantic City this weekend. Kicking off the weekend, we have multimedia personalities Bill O'Reilly and Dennis Miller at the Borgata for their Bolder and Fresher tour. Over at Caesars, Steve Martin and the Steep Canyon Rangers will grace audiences with their bluegrass music ensemble. Plus, don't forget about Legends in Concert. This live tribute show is at various times during the week at Bally's. Then on Saturday, check out the 28th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade on the Atlantic City Boardwalk. This evening's entertainment lineup is so much fun. We have the Blue Oyster Cult at Resorts Casino, funny man Carlos Mencia at the Tropicana, Citizen Cope at the Borgata, Natalie Cole at the Trump Taj Mahal, Run DMC at the Borgata, and Peter and the Wolf at Dante Hall. The city will celebrate St. Paddy's Day over the weekend with the St. Paddy's Day Crawl at Revel Resort both Saturday and Sunday. And for one day, Sunday, March 17th, the Absecon Lighthouse is having a promotion, Wear Green and Climb for free. As you can see, there is something for everyone to do this weekend in Atlantic City. Well, that's it for this episode of Access AC Live. As always, I want to thank you for watching our show. Please check out accessaclive.com for web-exclusive videos, stories, and how you can help us keep the show going. We would love to have your support, and we'd also love to hear from you. Please write to us in the comments section and tell us what you like to do in Atlantic City, but let's keep it PG-13. You can also follow us on most social media and join in on the conversation. Just search Access AC Live on Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. Thank you for joining us. See you in Atlantic City. Bye, everybody.